Building over the Sunnyside Yard in Queens has long been a dream of urban planners and politicians. And now Mayor Zohran Mamdani is looking to the White House for help.
The president was interested in the idea.
In fact, President Trump has been interested in the Sunnyside Yard since the early 1980s, when the state's Urban Development Corporation named him to the board of a new body tasked with finding sites for a new sports stadium. Trump, then owner of the New Jersey Generals football team, had already been scouting sites, and according to the New York Times, was said to have focused on a site on the Bronx side of the Bronx Whitestone Bridge, on Flushing Meadows, and on the Penn Central rail yards in Sunnyside, Queens. As sports columnist George Vesey later wrote, Donald Trump is casting his eye on the wide-open spaces of the railroad yards in Sunnyside, Queens, as a place to build the Trump Dome. The idea never got off the drawing board, like so many others, dating back almost a century. In 1931, the Regional Plan of New York and its environs declared there is urgent need of improvement of the Sunnyside Terminal District at Queens Plaza in Long Island City. Planners floated the idea of an airfield on the site or a rail hub topped by an office tower.
This is a classic New York situation where almost every decade over the last century you could find a plan by some public agency or civic group or somebody for what to do with this asset.
That included a 1971 proposal featuring 20-story apartment buildings and a mall, and a 1973 proposal by Governor Nelson Rockefeller that included 2 racetracks and a football stadium. Sunnyside Yard was also eyed by Mayor Bloomberg and Dan Doctoroff, his one-time deputy mayor, who pitched a plan for a convention center in 2014, writing in the Times, "The perfect undeveloped location for a new convention center exists at Sunnyside Yards, the more than 160-acre rail yard that carves a nasty scar through the heart of Queens." But it was Mayor Bill de Blasio who breathed real life into the project in 2015.
It's an opportunity to keep our city affordable. I'm referring to Sunnyside Yards.
That immediately became a source of contention with Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Sunnyside Yard specifically is problematic.
You can't have 200 acres available and all the pressures on affordability of the city and not do anything.
De Blasio pushed forward, but concerns over gentrification drove opposition, including from local elected officials like Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and then City Councilman Jimmy Van Bramer.
It is almost impossible to see how the neighborhoods surrounding the yards wouldn't be dramatically changed.
I do think the political winds have shifted.
Vishaan Chakrabarty's firm, Practice for Architecture and Urbanism, led the development of a master plan for the site released in 2020. He believes Mamdani can pick up where de Blasio's plan left off.
It's technically incredibly complicated. Starting from scratch is a disaster because, why would you lose all of that knowledge that was built up before? So to me, the fact that previous plans have been done is a good thing.
Mamdani has cited a figure of 12,000 affordable units, which mirrors the 2020 plan. He's seeking some $21 billion in federal funding, and that's just the start of it.
I think the mayor, just by starting this conversation again, is kind of bringing energy and focus to this issue. But I think that nobody should fool themselves and think that this is going to be easy or quick or cheap or anything, because it's none of those.
This is a long-standing project that will also require a long-standing commitment, and we're just at the very beginning of it.
Bobby Kuza, New York 1.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.